Hey everybody, Queen D. Michelle here. Welcome to Moving Inward and Onward. I appreciate you stopping by. This week, we move onward. This episode is based on chapter 1 of my book, Considerations, A Guide for Moving Abroad. It's entitled, Faith versus Fear. In chapter 1, I state that if you're considering moving abroad, but your fear is bigger than your faith, the question then becomes, how do you build your faith so you can begin planning and preparing for such a move? I talk about what worked for me, but preference it by stating that I've never really been a person, a fearful person. I believe the strength you possess for fighting this battle greatly depends on the weight of the programming and conditioning you received growing up and along your journey. What helped build my faith and conquer any fears that was presenting was one, I visualized. Visualization is a powerful tool to combat fear. Where your focus goes, your energy flows, and those vibrations attract more of the same to you. Here, let me read something right out of chapter 1. I say, the universe doesn't know if the vibrations or energy a person emits or puts out is because of what is being imagined or visualized or what is being observed. In either case, it, being the universe, is responding to that vibration. Number 2, move in silence. I was very focused when researching. I moved in silence, and which built my faith and conquered any fears or reservations. See, considering moving abroad is not the average consideration, and one normally has, right? I mean, it's daring, it's brave, it's out of the norm, it's adventurous, it's exciting, and it's a little scary. I knew if I invited people, my peeps, in too soon while I was researching and experiencing all those feelings and emotions, I could have possibly have been swayed another way. Only, and this is 3, only when I knew that I knew that I knew did I announce to the world that I was moving abroad. I was not going to be swayed by then. And here's another little piece out of chapter 1 about that. When I made that post, the research was over and my faith was on steroids. Any fear about moving abroad alone was gone. I was fully persuaded about and committed to the move. I made the post knowing full well that people will hold me accountable for what I said. And I wanted to be held accountable. You know, the decision had been made. I'm talking about the Facebook post that I had made announcing that I was going to move to Mexico. I end chapter 1 by asking the reader what kinds of thoughts consume them. I say, Consider your thought life as you begin planning and preparing to live abroad. What kind of thoughts consume you? Are your thoughts faith thoughts accompanied by faith visualizations? Or are they fear thoughts accompanied by fear visualizations? It doesn't cost you anything to spend some time visualizing your future in another country, enjoying life, and traveling a road of self-discovery that you never knew existed. It all starts with a thought, be it positive, faith, or negative, fear. The choice is truly yours and yours alone. What type of lifestyle do you see yourself living? How active do you want to be? How far is too far from your family? Those questions and many more must be given great consideration. The things that did materialize from my starred list were the absolute best. Also, the feeling of being free from the stress and low vibrations of the U.S. is very real. And I wake up every morning with a smile on my face and joy in my heart. I'm in the best shape I've ever been since my pre-40s. I hike twice a week, still doing that. The hiking team have come back. And I remember this is pre-COVID. And everything is, opening back up. So yeah, I'm back leading the waterfall hike on Tuesdays and Fridays. And I found an inner circle of friends, my tribe. It was indeed the best decision I could have ever made for myself. I conquered my fears of moving abroad by visualizing, moving in silence until I was sure, and being mindful of my thought life as I planned and prepared to move abroad. So if you're considering and you're having that fear versus faith or faith versus fear battle, it all starts in the mind. Be mindful of where you focus your energy, because where your focus goes, your energy flows. All right, until next week when we will be moving inward, always remember, one light, one love. Take care. See you next week.